Past Lives is the debut film of director and writer Celine Song, and whoa boy was this a breath of fresh air. If you've been keeping up with my channel, you'll know that I'm in a bit of a rough patch. 3 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10. So finally enjoying a movie again felt like gold. This movie seems like an autobiography of sorts. Like our main character Nora, Celine Song is also a playwright in New York, married to a Jewish author. She also moved from South Korea to Canada at the age of 12.
You know what a coincidence is?
But the focus of Past Lives is not here. In fact, you could say that while this is a slice of life movie, it's almost like a sliver of a life. The reality of the people we follow, and especially Nora, since the movie focuses more on her, is that we really don't get to follow her life, even if the movie spans through 24 years of her time. We don't get to see what makes these people who they are. How did Nora adapt to life in Canada? How did she become a playwright? How did she fall in love with her husband? And who even is he? We could say the same about A Sung. Or secondary character that the plot is revolved around. In my opinion, this is a gigantic challenge for a movie. How do you establish characters with any meaning to the viewer without us getting to know them naturally? Well, this movie is a perfect way of showing how, through amazing dialogue. The conversations between Hae-sung and Nora are written so naturally and convincingly that you don't get how much exposition was fit in them. I absolutely adored the emotional connection that I felt throughout the movie. Hae-sung almost feels like a desperate man, stuck to an average life in Korea with a woman he doesn't love and work to fill his time completely.
직업도 평범하고 수입도 평범하지. 모든 게 다 평범해.
He goes to New York never being able to shake the feeling of what if. He understands that now it's too late, and that's why this shot is so powerful. You can feel the tension between these two characters. There was definitely a lot of yin-yang, so much so that Hae-sung says this.
이것도 전생이라면 우리의 다음 생에서는 벌써 서로에게 다른 인연인 게 아닐까?
Another character that I adored was Nora's husband, Arthur Zadorensky. Just want to start by saying that this man is an incredible husband.
Are you mad?
No,
Feels like you were.
I don't have a right to be mad.
He really put himself out there to support his wife, even through all his insecurities and jealousy over Hae-sung and Nora's relationship. I love this scene.
Childhood sweethearts who reconnect 20 years later only to realize they were meant for each other. In the story, I would be the evil white American husband standing in the way of destiny.
Which in a way is Celine Song telling us to not think of Arthur as the bad guy, and I also love how nice he is to Hae-sung. He's really just a man granting a wish to his life, and I love them. Lastly, we have Nora, our main character. I would say she is the hardest character to read. We know a lot less about her than we might even think, but we do see through these brief moments of her life how much happier she is in the presence, even if not physical presence, of Hae-sung.
The Statue of Liberty.
Took the ferry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I've never been.
Have we seriously never been there together?
No.
We know that there's something there with the two of them, but what it is exactly is hard to understand. Never feels like there's an instant spark with those two. You even see them being quite awkward around each other a few times. There's no real past with them either because they were separated at 12 years old, but there is something deeper and inexplicable. In the end, their departure causes her a lot of pain, even if they had not seen each other for 24 years prior to his visit. I do love this movie visually. It's really well shot and there's some quite incredible sequences carried in a lot of ways by the cinematography. But I have to disagree with the choice of the color palette. I do understand how it fits the movie being a slow and melancholic film. The color palette gives off that vibe and makes New York City look as ugly as it actually is. But I do wish I was more visually entertained by the movie. We can compare it to In a Mood for Love. It has similar themes and the mood and atmosphere feels quite similar in both movies, but In the Mood for Love is so much more interesting. It has better colors, but it also has a better setting and set design, which was a really weak point of the movie. Every interior scene was boring to look at because the rooms they were in were really boring.
He's so Korean.
Tell me what you want me to.
이 시간밖에 안 된다며.
And because I really did love this movie and I want to end on a positive note, I want to commend the brave choice of using music very sparingly throughout the movie. So many of the scenes really gave that candid slice of life feeling, and a good chunk of that is because of this choice. When it was used, it felt more sincere and impactful, and I loved that. An excellent film that is here to stay and fight for my favorite movie of the year. Might bump up my rating on a rewatch, but for now I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And that's everything for this video. Hope to see you again soon, and until then, the theater is closed.